Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a 4-month update of what it's been like for me living in Miami. I moved to a completely new state with my best friend. I've been doing this journey. It has been fun, it's been exciting, there's been so many emotions, and I want to share the 5 things that I dislike and the 5 things that I do like about Miami, about moving in general. I cannot believe it has been 4 months since I moved to a new state. Time does not wait for anybody. So if you want to move, if you want to try that new hobby, follow that passion now, because before you know it, the whole year can pass. Before you know it, it's 5-10 years later and you're looking back like, why didn't I do it? Everything that you do is a learning experience. You will either learn from it or you will exceed to its highest potential. Give yourself that opportunity, give yourself that leap of faith. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so let's get into it. First thing that I love about Miami is the weather. It is so nice and beautiful to wake up and not have to look at your weather app. Just open up those curtains and say, all right, it's either raining or it's sunny. And most of the time it is sunny and it is so refreshing and warm. I can wake up and say, I'm gonna put on this cute little dress. I can put on this cute fit and go outside and not have to worry. The beauty that comes with the weather is, one, vitamin D, you can get your tan in, you can get that sun, and 2, the activities that you can do in the summertime and when it's more warm outside. For example, when I was living in my previous state, Boston, I would go outside and be like, yo, I can't do anything. It is too cold to go on a walk. It's too cold to even go outside and go to my cousin's house. I'd rather stay home and be warm and watch a movie. Well, here it is the complete opposite, where you're like, it's too hot to even go outside. Part of the reason why I came here was the weather. So I really enjoy the fact that if I want to go out and have a girls' night with my roommate, or if I want to take myself on a walk or take myself on a solo date, go get some ice cream, go to a different coffee shop, I can do that and not have to worry about it being too cold and about being uncomfortable. Because honestly, when you're in that super cold weather, it's sometimes even uncomfortable to even go outside. It has shown me that I have a true love and passion for the pools and the beach, and how calming and soothing it is for my mind, my body, and my soul. The second thing that I love about Miami is overall being independent, being by myself. Being here, I have been able to recognize the things that I do and don't like I'm doing in this video. I have been able to try different cooking recipes, and I have been able to have more tranquility and peace in my house. And before, I used to live with my parents, so now that I live by myself, being solo, being independent is a really great feeling, because you don't have somebody telling you to take out the trash, or you don't have somebody asking you where you're going. You're just doing what you have to do, what you want to do, because you're an adult, you pay rent, and you're living by yourself. I wanted to add this in the things that I love / like about Miami, because on top of me being in a different state, I am also for the first time living somewhat by myself, and I have that independence to flourish and to be free and do the things that I want. If you are thinking about moving to a different state, and on top of that, it's the first time that you live by yourself, I think it is a great way to independensize. I don't know if that's a word. It's a great way to really grow up and become an adult and learn about yourself. The third thing that I love about moving to a new state and being in Miami is that when I go outside, people do not know who I am. I think that there is a lot of power in that, because when you're growing up in a state where everybody technically almost knows one another, you can know that individual that you see outside from elementary school, middle school, high school, and they know the old you and they treat you like the old you. Here, when I go outside, people don't know who I am, what I'm about. So when I tell them who I am and what I'm about, I'm telling them I am strong, I am ambitious, I am a YouTuber. These are all true things about myself. This is how I view myself now. Before, it was different. So now I can introduce myself to new people as the person who I want to be, the person who I am becoming. And I believe that helps me in many ways. Whether I go back to Boston, move to a different state, or stay here, I am molding myself and introducing myself as the person who I want to be today and tomorrow. I am introducing myself as the person who I am becoming. And I also think that it gives me liberty to grow in the dreams and the goals that I have now. It gives me more opportunity to grow without having that feeling of being judged. And something that I am learning as I am getting older is I don't really care if I'm getting judged. I really don't. If you are judging somebody else because they are trying new things, then that shows more about you than it shows about them. Because that person is trying to better themselves. That person is trying to be uncomfortable so that they can be comfortable in the future. Whereas that person who is judging is stuck and is stagnant in the same spot, and they're only judging and laughing because they know that they can't do it themselves. So I really like the fact that I don't know a lot of the people here. Even if I do know that person or know them because of a friend, I don't care what they have to say because I know who I am. The fourth thing that I enjoy about Miami is that things are open just a little bit more late than usual. And I do enjoy that because if I'm hungry and it's 8 p.m., I know that I can go out somewhere and eat. I love the fact that it can be 8 p.m. and I can still go out somewhere and eat, and it's probably open until 12. So I really like that. Things are open later. Even nightlife is open later. And I guess I can go into the dislikes and likes. This is kind of a middle one of the nightlife being open so late because things start even later. But sometimes I like to get, I want to start right now. I don't want to go outside at 12. I don't want to get to the club at 12. It's not something that I'm used to. But since things are open later here, they're gonna start later. It makes sense. It is a little hard for me to think about the fifth thing that I like about Miami. I'm not gonna lie. But I do want it to be a 5 and 5. So let me think about the fifth thing that I like about Miami. The fifth thing that I like about Miami is the southern hospitality. I think people are a little bit more easygoing, a little bit more gentle, a little bit more smiley at you. They don't really come at you crazy or get mad at you easily. In the city, I feel like people are a little bit more straightforward. So I guess that southern hospitality is nice. I do like when people keep it a bean. I do like when people are straightforward. But when you're a little bit more nice and generous and kind, that goes a long way. So I would say that's the fifth thing. Cool. So let's move on to the 5 things that I dislike about Miami. The first thing that I dislike about Miami, I have said it in my previous videos and I'm gonna say it again, the traffic. The traffic is too much out here. I go to get my nails done at this place. It's about 30 minutes on a good day. By the time that I leave there, instead of it being 30 minutes, it's an hour and 10 minutes to get back to my house. And I just want to take a moment of silence for my back because I've been driving out here. The traffic is crazy. Everything is so far. And so I'm going to go with the traffic. Traffic is the one thing that I dislike about Miami. The second thing that I dislike about Miami, somewhat has to do with the driving and the distance, is that I cannot go outside and walk to the corner store, convenience store. There aren't any, so let's start off with that. And 2, it's too far. If I want to get milk, sugar, honey, I have to walk. I have to go to Publix, and I have to go to my car and drive there. There are a lot of Publix out here or in the area that I am in, but it is a little bit of a shock because growing up, if I needed anything, I could just go walk to the convenience store that would be like 2 minutes away and get whatever I needed there. But here I have to actually go inside of a grocery store, which sometimes it's a little bit excessive. It's a lot. Sometimes, you know, crazy night, I wake up, me and my sis need a ginger ale. can't go to the convenience store. I have to go all the way to Publix and put on a hoodie. Can't even put on a hoodie because it's too hot. Too many people out there. Like, but that's besides the point. I would say that it's that I can't just walk to a convenience store, and I can't really walk anywhere. If I wanted to go to a pizza shop, I can't walk to a pizza shop because it is too far. Even going on walks, if I want to walk to the park and walk at the park, I have to drive to the park first. It's a lot of driving going on. It's a lot of driving, not enough walking. I'm pretty sure that the walking that I was doing back in the city was helping me a little bit. The third thing that I dislike about Miami is the lack of diversity. There is a lack of diversity. There are different races and ethnicities in different parts of Florida, somewhat scattered out. But in the area that I live, I only see Latinos. I like when it's a unique blend of all the beautiful ethnicities and cultures and music and food. Something about that is just chef's kiss. There's a lack of diversity in Florida. If you want to go to a hip-hop lounge or place, you have to drive all the way down an hour and a half to go somewhere. If you want to even listen to Dominican music, then boy, you gotta drive an hour. I think it's very much split up. The fourth thing that I dislike about Miami is that it is very big on fake lifestyle. People on Instagram are flaunting their life. You meet them in person, they got $10 to their name. You meet them in person and you realize that all the designer stuff that they have is fake. And they're only doing it to flex on Instagram, to flex on social media. A lot of these people are worried about the wrong things. Looking at Miami from the outside in, you would think that Miami is rich, lavish, lifestyle, luxury. Everybody who's here is rich, is famous. But when you're actually living here, you can see that half of the things that are shown on social media is fake. So if you by any chance are scrolling on social media and you start comparing yourself to other people, please don't, because the things that they are showing you are probably fake. That boat that they are in every weekend is a promoter boat. That club that they're in, they only got there because of a promoter, and the promoter is getting paid for that. It's a lot of fake luxury lifestyle. You really notice that when you're here, and it gives you a bit of an ick, because if you're gonna flaunt that you live that lavish lifestyle, put in the work to have it. And when you do put in the work to have it, show it. It's okay to show your struggles. It's okay to post a video and only get 10 views. I've posted videos on YouTube that have only gotten 60 views, but it's okay. I'm not gonna flaunt like I have a whole bunch of YouTube money, because I don't. I haven't made 1 cent off of YouTube. But I'm gonna continue to do it. I'm gonna continue to pursue my passion. And if the money comes in, then I'll show you guys, hey, I bought this notebook from working hard and being on YouTube. But I'm not gonna flex and have a Gucci notebook and be like, oh yeah, this is the lifestyle that I have. It's very beautiful and very unique when people see your struggles and then see you at the top. So don't ever compare yourself to that, and don't believe all the hype and whatever you see on social media. The fifth thing that I dislike about living in Miami is I never knew how many people speak Spanish, specifically in Miami. And it is a bit of a culture shock, because I had my friend actually came down and visited me. Shout out my CV queen, you know who you are. And when she's Cape Verdean, so she looks Latina, but she doesn't speak Spanish. She went to go order something in multiple restaurants, and when she's ordering it, there's a huge language barrier, and like they don't understand what she's saying. So she's looking at me, waiter's looking at me like, why aren't you translating? She's looking at me like, what should I do? Translate. And I'm not hating on my Latino community, because I myself am Latina. It is something that I didn't expect, but it is what it is, and what it won't, it shall never be. The final thing that I want to say in this video is that time does not wait for anybody. Time is money, and before you know it, a whole year could pass by. I've been in Miami for 4 months, and I was looking back like, wait, December, January, February, March. I can't believe I've been here for so long. Time flies. Time does not stop. So whatever you want to pursue, whatever you want to do, jump on the bandwagon. Try it. Give yourself that leap of faith because you never know. In life, there's always going to be lessons. You're always going to learn from the things that you do. You're either going to learn from it or you're going to succeed times 10. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.